Before the video will start, LiteFinance has important notice for all IBs from Nigeria. I invite you to participate in Best IB contest. You can win SUVs, $5,000 travel packages, MacBook Pros, and many more money prizes. To participate, register with the link from the description under the video or in the pinned comment. Hello guys, in today's video I will be talking about the mobile application for trading called MetaTrader 4. So I think basically this is the most popular application among traders. It has its full PC version, but we also have the access for this application on our smartphones. So let's dive right into it. So first thing, of course, what we need to do now is to go to the Google Play Store, go for the search bar and type MetaTrader. And so we can see that it is the first one in the list, MetaTrader for Forex trading. So hit on that, hit install. Okay, and now what we need to do, of course, is to open the application. So hit, of course, open. It automatically opens for us the demo account, so we need to accept the terms and conditions. Accept, and we have the platform. So first thing that we need to do is to go for this button on the upper left side that looks like 3 lines, and here we have the whole menu of the application. So if you have already opened a live account on some brokerage company, you can manage accounts and log in to your existing account by clicking on this upper right side plus button. And so here you have button login to an existing account. So we will use for this video the demo account that was opened by default, and so you can see it over here that we have $100,000 virtual money at our disposal for training. So again, hit on this 3 lines button and let's go for the quotes. So here is the list of the quotes by default opened, which you can customize yourself. So basically, if you are trading, I don't know, 2, 3 or 4 currency pairs, some commodities, you can add them and delete them from this menu. So for example, here we have this upper right side, this pencil button, and by clicking that you have the menu to select the asset which you want to add or delete from the list. So for example, let's say we are not trading Australian dollar against Swiss franc, so again, we want to delete that, and we are clicking on this trash button, this bin button, select the AUD CHF, and again click on this bin button. And therefore, it is deleted from our list. If you want to add some asset, we want to click this plus button on the upper right side. We have a Forex folder right here, and we can add the available assets. So let's say we want to trade gold and we want to add the gold to our list. So just click on that and you can see that it disappeared from this list, but if we go back to our list, it is down below added to our list of selected symbols. So let's go back by clicking on this upper left side. And now let's move on with the menu of the application. So there are several ways to change between the menus. You can either choose from the buttons down below, right here, or you can go to this upper left side button and choose it from here. It depends, whatever is more convenient for you. So now let's go back for this menu. You can see that the XAU USD and gold CFD is added to the list of your trading assets. So now let's go and maybe check some trades on gold, for example, right? So hit on gold, and here you have the small menu. You can either open order already, if you know the quotes, open chart, symbol properties, which are basically the trading data for this asset. So you see the contract size, the profit calculation mode, the margin hedge, pending orders if they are available. And you can see that yes, they are available. What is the spread? It is floating, it is not fixed, so on and so forth. Swap shorts, swap long, etc. So let's hit again XAU USD to open this window again, and now we want to go to chart. So let's hit open chart, and here we have the chart of gold already opened. So what we can do in this menu? Firstly, we can analyze the chart by, for example, clicking on this crosshair button on the upper side. It is the first one from the left, and right now you can see that these lines are shown on the chart, which basically shows you firstly the quote value on the right side. You can see that it is changing, and down below the window with indicators, you can see the time, the date and time of the current quote. And so, for example, we want to check what was the quote on the highest point during this move. So we are hovering this crosshair up on this candle, and we can see that the highest point was around 1784.13, and it was made on 15th of August on, it was 7 p.m. and 10 minutes. So now you can see how you can check the values and the dates of the particular price moves. Then the next button is this F symbol. And here, this is basically the button which gives you the access to the editing window of the chart. So here you can add or delete indicators to the chart. So here you can see we have added on the main chart moving average. This is this red line. This is an indicator called moving average. You can either delete it, change it settings, or add a new one. So for example, we want to delete this moving average. So again, you click on the bin on the right side. This changes shows up on the menu. Tick moving average and hit bin again. And now you can see that it is deleted from the main chart. And so let's say we want to also delete the relative strength index that is visible down below. So again, hit the bin. This shows up, the checkbox shows up. Let's tick that and hit the bin again, and right now we have a clear chart. So next thing that we can do is, as you can see, we have this dollar symbol with arrows surrounding it. So by clicking that, we can conveniently change the asset that is visible on the current window. So currently we have the XAUUSD, which is gold, and right now we want to change, for example, for EURUSD. So click on EURUSD, and we can see that the asset is currently changed. So now, let's say we want to go further, and we want to, for example, check what is happening on the bigger perspective, because right here we can see that the time frame from this chart is 5 minutes M5. So now we want to, for example, see the bigger picture. For example, we want to check what was happening in the EURUSD currency pair in recent weeks. To do that, we need to change the time frame. And to do that, we need to click on this button with the clock. You can see it is over here. And right now, it is the list of all of the available time frames. So, as I said, in order to check bigger picture, we want to see higher time frame, like H4 or D1. But let's say H4 will be better. So as you can see, we have now visible the bigger picture of this chart. So right now, each candle represents 4 hours of the quotes. So each candle was created within a 4-hour time. And so right now what is left for us is to open a trade. And so we can do that by clicking on this upper right side icon where you can see we can say page, a sheet with a plus inside it. So click on that and we have the menu to open a trade. Okay, to see a transaction types, we need to click on this text instant execution. So right now the list of the transaction types is shown to us, and we can see that we have the possibility of opening an instant transaction, which basically means we are opening a trade at the current available price for us, or we can set a limit order. So basically we are setting a specific price level after which the price will reach, then each transaction will be opened. So let's go back, and right now what we can do is to change the volume of our transaction. So basically how big the transaction should be, how much money we are risking in this particular trade. And you can click on that and manually set the transaction volume by typing the specific number, or you can use those convenient buttons on the left on upper side to add or deduct the volume of the transaction. So you can see it is very easy and convenient. And down below, so let's hit that, and down below you have the possibility to set a stop loss and take profit level. So basically these are the safe transactions that will secure your funds, either if they are losing a specific amount or you are gaining a specific amount of money. And what has left is to click either buy or sell. So let's say, for example, we want to open the transaction at the current price. So let's set some stop loss at level slightly lower. You can see that also if you are adding or deducting, you can see this red line that is popping up on the lower part of the screen, which shows you basically which price it is and how far it is from the price level that we are opening transaction. So let's deduct it a bit more, and let's add the take profit a little bit higher. So we have some random transaction settings, and now let's say we want to buy from here. And what is left for us is to click buy button. You have the confirmation that your trade is opened, and the application automatically jumped to the next menu where we can see the summary of account. So basically we could do the same by clicking this button down below with this arrow pointing upwards. So here we have the summary of our account, where we can see the balance, the equity, free margin, margin level, and current margin used, and the positions that are opened on our account. So basically the balance was the amount of money that you deposited into your account. The equity is the amount of money that you have deposited plus the transactions that are currently open. So you can see that the balance was $100,000, but the equity is constantly changing, and it depends from the result of this transaction of this position. So you can see it is $100,000 plus 75 cents. And this 75 cents is the result from the position. Free margin, so basically this is the free amount of money that you can use for further trading. The margin is the amount of money that is secured by the broker for the purpose of this transaction. It changes depending on the volume of your transaction. So right now we will go to the next section of the application, but to better showcase it, it would be good for us to close this position that we are currently open. So in order to do that, we click and hold on this trade, and this menu shows up. So we can either close this order, make a new order, modify this current order, or go straight to the chart. But as I said, we want to close it. So click on close order, and this menu again shows up, and down below you have the button close with profit or with loss, depending on the current situation of the transaction. And to confirm it, hit this button. And so we have the confirmation that the transaction was closed, and we have the update on our balance, equity, and free margin. So you can see it is the balance plus the result from the transaction. So now we want to go further and click on this next button down below. And so this button shows us the history of our account, the history of operations on our account to be precise. And so it includes not only the trades themselves that we made on the platform, but also transactions of deposit and withdrawals from our account. So as you can see, this is the transaction of balance credited to our account, the 100,000, and the trade on Euro-USD currency pair. And so the data feed that you receive here can be configured by, for example, date, can be filtered by some symbol. And so you can see that by clicking on the upper right side on this calendar icon, you can sort it from the last week, last month, last 3 months, or set custom period. Then they can be sorted by symbol, order, opening, closing time, profit, and so on, or by specific symbol or all symbols. So it is fully customizable data feed. And so the next section of the applications are mostly available when you have access to live account. And so you see these are news and these are messages, but you need to be signed and registered. So let's say what we have else on this application. Again, let's hit on this small icon on the upper left side. And you can see that we have traders, community, trading applications, signals, algo trading guide. And basically those are settings that they will be available for you if you will log into your live account. So let's go maybe for settings, how we can customize the how you can customize the application. So you can see you have various settings like advanced mode, order sounds. You can change the charts if you want to. For example, instead of Japanese candlesticks, you want to have a line, or you want to have bars, so on and so forth. Show volumes, show trade levels, so you can customize it whatever you like. So next on the list is a journal, but as you can see, it's nothing important for us. And about. So basically that's the information about the application. And so the last utility of this application, which I think is one of the most important ones, is when you go to the charts, you open a chart and then you rotate your phone. So now you have the landscape mode, and here you have, as you can see, much more data visible on your screen. So you can zoom in, zoom out as it was previously, but you have much more space on your screen. So, and now also you have some couple of the functionalities enabled while you are in this mode. So click once on the chart, and as you can see on the left side, you have already timeframes available to be changed. So it is very quick by doing that. And on the right side, you have some of the buttons that were available previously on the upper side, but also you have things like shortcut as for the menu that where you are changing the type of the chart. You have bars, you have candlesticks, and you have line. Let's go back to the candlestick, and here you have also the available this button. It is the third from the upside, where you can add objects. So basically you can add things like lines. Let's say, for example, also Fibonacci retracement. Let's add that. So you can see that all the functionalities from the stationary platform is also available on your mobile app. So what else you can do? We have already added objects. Let's go back. Let's add another object. And let's say we want to draw some trend line or some arrow line. So what we can do is to click on that and draw this line. Of course, this line can be edited the same as it can be edited the same as it is on the stationary platform. You just need to click and hold on those dots. You can also edit those dots to make them bigger by going into this menu again, clicking on that, and here you have the parameters to be changed of those objects. And so you go to the visualization section, style, and here you have 1 pixel, and we want to change, for example, for 3 pixels. So basically it is changing the thickness of the lines on the object. So let's hit done, and as you can see right now on this Fibonacci retracement tool, the lines are thicker than before. You can see that in comparison to this arrow line, they are slightly thicker. So I think that will be all for this video, guys. Hope you like this one. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, bye.